So as we know, Android is pretty customizable. There's loads and loads of stuff to download for your phone. But what I'm going to be looking at today is actually the stock Android 4.2 Jelly Bean Gallery app. And as I'm going through everything on here, you can see that it's pretty basic, just on the face of it, as there's a couple of options for folders and how you sort your photos. But what I'm actually going to be looking at is how we actually edit a photo, because there's actually quite a lot of inbuilt editing capabilities on the stock gallery app. Now, in my opinion, I think highly edited photos are getting a little bit old now, so it's nice to see just having a few little tweaks available to myself on my phone. So as you can see here, when we go into the effects, we've got four main categories, and in the first one, this is just basic effects such as Instagram like effects like black and white and sort of like a coffee filter, I guess, just to add quick fixes and effects. Now, the next one, of course, is borders. I preferably like to stay with just plain borders, like either white or black, just to make it look a little bit more professional. And then we've got some cropping and straightening tools, very, very nice and simple. But the last one is the most advanced. Now, not only can we get into things like exposure, vignetting, contrast, and shadow enhancement, but we even have things like sharpness and color curves, hue, saturation, and black and white filters. If we go into it, we can see the interface here. It's just a very simple slider affair. But the cool thing about this is that even if you put the slider all the way up to 100, it does cap the effect off to stop it being so extreme. So even at 100, it's not actually that extreme. Let's go ahead to another one now. Let's try this as shadows. It's going to bring out the dark bits in the photo, so you're going to brighten it up a little bit, but still keeping the mids and the whites at their same levels. And now if we go and have a look at curves, you can see this interface is actually pretty advanced. Now, considering this is a stock camera application, it's actually pretty good. And as you can see, I can bend the curve up and down. I can even add multiple points along this curve to get really granular with the curvature. And if you haven't played around with curves on a photo before, it's really great to have a look and see how it works. And as you can see, I can even adjust the individual color curves as well. So I think in general this stock gallery app is definitely worth a look, especially if you're using a stock Android phone. And I think they've made some massive improvements with it in Jelly Bean, and it does make it a very viable option rather than downloading some extra applications, because I don't personally think you need them. And like I said, I'm kind of moving away from highly edited photos on my phone anyway now, but you never know, it's just an individual opinion. So this is the stock gallery app for Android 4.2 on stock Android, and this is Barry from Copper vs Glass, and I'll catch you guys later.